Singapore's courts are increasingly sending those charged with offences for counselling and mental health support well before their sentencing. It is an early intervention strategy to tackle the root causes of their crimes, like addiction, and start rehabilitation immediately. The state courts now work with 19 community partners, up from just 2 in 2008. Aslam Shah sits down with a man who has been waiting 5 years for his sentence.
At 28, this young man, who wants to be referred to as John, he had it all. He excelled in school, loved by family and friends, travelled the world, and built a career around helping others. But behind that life was a secret he had kept for more than a decade. A pornography addiction that kept getting worse.
What started off as just the first viewing of maybe a still image with porn gradually becomes the need to watch videos, and then after videos then you get into specific, let's use the word categories, yeah, because enough is never enough, and then the addiction just worsens.
John says he hid his struggle as he was too ashamed to seek help. The addiction developed into voyeurism and eventually led him to commit a sexual offence.
For most people charged with a crime in Singapore, the judicial process brings them here, but they don't learn their fate just yet. Sentencing can take weeks, months, or even years for the necessary steps to take place. And during that time, they can lose their jobs, their income, even their relationships. Counsellors say this can take an immense emotional toll, but it's also a critical opportunity to intervene before things spiral even further.
From the time someone is charged to the time they receive their sentence, there is a period in between. And this actually is a very pivotal moment for any person who is justice involved.
John was referred by the lawyers to this community partner. At first, he says it was for a mitigation report, but therapy became something more, a way to understand his addiction, his shame, and the harm caused. Its main program supports people from the moment they are charged through sentencing, incarceration, and eventually their return to the community.
We don't condone and we don't encourage behaviors that are harmful, things that are against the law. We invite each person who has done something wrong actually to take ownership for it, to honor what has happened by growing from it.
Apart from the lawyers, the courts may also refer those facing criminal proceedings for assessment when psychological needs are flagged. These can include mental health difficulties, substance abuse, family dysfunction, and harmful coping behaviors. The support does not replace punishment. It is meant to help rehabilitation start earlier and stop reoffending.
Receiving interim support like counselling as they proceed with their court cases, it can actually be very helpful for them to gain insights into their offending behaviours, and which also signals that it's an early start for rehabilitation. I think it is in line with the court's commitment to a justice system that is not only punitive but also rehabilitative and restorative.
The court support network has grown. The state courts now work with 19 community partners, up from just 2 when such partnerships began in 2008. Referrals have also gone up steadily, from 443 in 2023 to over 540 in 2025. For John, the therapy that came after the offence is too late to undo the harm, but it has changed how he sees what may come next.
Even going to prison has a purpose. There may be things that I can do inside, whether it's being kind or whether it's touching others' lives, it can be done.